Hey up ARK fans, generic YouTube binges, how's it going? I'm Voxesto, and today we're going to be doing a base build. It's been a long time since I've done one, and I'm going to do it my old style where I just blabble on and sort of just try and get through it as quick as possible, but go on a load of nonsense at the same time. So hope you're doing all good. Hope you've had an awesome day. And yeah, this base build is going to be like a 3x3 solo base build, but it's going to include a PARASAUR inside the base. You've probably seen the thumbnail, you probably know what it's all about, so let's just get stuck in. If you enjoy the episode, hit that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Let's get stuck in. Right, so the three dinos, not that dead Carno. The three dinos that we're going to be using is the Anky, the Argy, and the PARASAUR. Obviously the PARASAUR is the main one of this build, but if anyone's solo, they're going to be wanting an Argy and an Anky. That's just how it is at the minute. And the Argy will be able to pick up both of these dinos and carry them. So you ain't got to worry about that sort of stuff. So right, starting off, I've got a load of stuff in here. I haven't got any foundations. What a scrub. Look, he's going to scroll through it as well. Oh my god, I don't even believe it. Right, okay, here we go. I am in solo play mode, so don't worry about that. It's not on official or anything like that, but all the settings are official. I ain't got no clip or anything like that on, so there's no funky business going on. But here we go, we're just going to do 3x3 foundation. We're not going to drop them. If you want to drop them and double them, it's up to you. That's your call. I'm not going to do it for the vid because I want to do it nice and fast. But basically, all we're going to do to start with is just box it in. We're going to leave these two open for the gate. I'm going to take that all the way up 4, that all the way up 4, so on and so on and so on. I think, yeah, I don't need to do, they can literally go all the way. There's nothing what needs to change there. It's all good. God, I love this creative mode, it's so handy. Right, now, before we bring the PARASAUR in, we're actually going to put some vaults in. So, we want a vault. Might as well just get rid of the foundation, eh? Not going to use that again. Right. Just going to line it up against them rivets. That should do. Oh, it's not even straight, is it? That'll do. Don't need to be like mega straight. You know, you've got quite a lot of wriggle room in this build. There you go. That's nice. Now, before we bring the PARASAUR in, I'm just going to plop 2 walls there, and then we can bring him in. We're just going to ram him against them walls. Done. It's a done deal, ladies and gentlemen. It's a done deal. Right, so before we do anything else, we're going to put some windows in, so we can access all 3 of behind where the windows are. Vault, accessible, PARASAUR. You don't really want to be hitting ride on that, so try not to do that. Probably take the saddle off it if anything, and then you can't do it, so obviously make it a bit easier for you. Look, I've just placed that. I mean, if you want to place that first, you can do, because you'll still be able to get the ceiling in if you're lucky and you get that snap point there. If you're a bit wary of it, just place the ceilings first. We're just going to put 1 on above each of these. I'll just wing it and hope you get that snap point. What happened there? What even happened there? Where did that even go? Wherever it went, it sounded absolutely hideous. Right. Like that one there. That'll do. Now we're going to want a ladder. Just so we can climb up there to a door. And that looks good to me. That looks good to me. Let's do the next bit. Oh yeah. And block them in as well. Right, so for the next bit, we're literally on the back wall. We're just going to do 2 ceilings like that. And then underneath them, we're going to pop some forges in. I'll just get rid of the vault for now. Literally just going to do 3 forges down here. I mean, you could do more if you really wanted to, but I'm not really too bothered about it. I think 3's enough. You don't want to have to be refilling loads all the time. And you've got quite a lot of wiggle room here as well. The only reason I don't want to do 4 and put 4th one there is because you don't have as much easy access to this. I mean, I probably would. Let's just test it. Yeah, okay. We'll stick with 4 then. We'll have 4 in there. Why not? That's half an industrial forge, ladies and gentlemen. That all 4 of them will cook smelt metal as fast as an industrial forge would. Half as fast. Right. Yeah. So bring the anky in. And we're just going to park his butt against here. Yeah. If you are wondering about that industrial forge thing, in an old video I like went to town on it and like calculated it properly, and it is eight of these little guys for a big one, for like the speed of smelting, and you can actually fit 160 of these forges in the space what would be taken up by a big one. You'd never be able to access them, but you can do it, just so you know. Right, now before, yeah, we could probably put the argy up there now, but I think I'm just going to place this first so you can see sort of where it's going and what it's like without it looking too tight. We want a cage. I thought I had one, but oh, never mind. I'll just get one. Don't even matter. Look, I'm just going to pop that in there. We've got loads of room, and obviously you put your dung beetles and snails and that in there, just so they don't knock around the base too much. But I ain't actually got any on here, so it don't even matter. Then the argy's just going to live there. Don't worry about falling down there, you shouldn't get stuck, you've got loads of room. Now, I'm going to put a gate in. I know some of you are going to moan and say, oh well, when I do a gate, I always snap it to fence foundations, but no. No thanks. I'd rather do it by hand. The reason I do it by hand, people, is because you can get it more flush with the building itself. You know, it's not hard to line it up and get it perfect. And if you snap it to a fence foundation, then if that fence foundation gets broken or demolished, so does the gate. And we don't want that. No, we don't. Right, there you go. And that is pretty much that first part all nicely done. The only thing we've got to do now is this upper section and get it sorted. Right, so obviously we need to be able to get up there, so for the time being this will be my ladder. You will be my ladder and I will call you Trough. Alright, just going to pop them down. We're going to leave this bit here because obviously it will contest with that gate and I'm not messing about with it. It's just going to be an idiot like that, so for this build I'm just going to do it like that. It don't even matter. Then we're just going to plop one of them there. Now we need to jump up here and then demo this, because we're going to pop the fabricator down there. Where's the fabricator? There he is. Right, now this doesn't have to be like proper flush against that right hand wall, but you do need to make sure it's not poking through the back wall too much. I mean, it's not too hard to see if it is or not as you're placing it, because you get quite a lot of wiggle room. And then we're going to want a fridge down here as well. Have I not even got a fridge? Really? Thought I prepped all this up all nice for you. It's always something. At least it takes like 2 seconds. Fridge can go there for our bits and bobs. Then we'll put a preserver here as well. We've got a little bit of room there if we want to just stand there like a pleb. Never mind. And then, because we ain't going to bother putting a ladder on or anything, we're just going to put our campfire there. We don't need anything else to cook in. A campfire is good enough, and that can be our ladder. So that's all good. Right, now take out your thatch foundation, thatch ceiling, and place it there. Don't use a metal one unless you've got an abundance of metal and you don't really care, then it don't really matter, but use a thatch one. because we're going to be demoing it. We're just going to drop another vault just in this corner. About there. It don't have to be mega perfect, guys. This build is like real easy on like things not getting in the way of each other, so it's quite nice. I'm just going to pop that there for now. And then do we need to start that bit now? Maybe. Not really. Just trying to think whether or not there's anything else I need to do down there. Because obviously you can stand up here and access that. That's fine. Tested. Works. Fine. Works. It's all good. Alright, so we're going to need to get some ceilings in place. So I'm just going to plop these in like that. One in the corner. We don't have to have one there. See, I'm going to do something a bit different with the roof. Some of you might not like it at all and might think that's a terrible idea, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. If you're going to get wiped, you're going to get wiped. It don't matter if you built like a massive base with double walls or anything. People will just want to wipe you regardless, won't they? So don't worry about it. Just expect it. That's ARK, especially unofficial. It just happens. Alright, we're just going to put some of these guys in. It's just a mission finding the snap point sometimes, so bear with it. There we go. That'll do. No, you don't want to do it. There you go. There you go, and there you go. Right, so now we're going to put the slopey ceilings in. Very straightforward. Nothing to worry about. And this is the one part what's annoying. So take out your thatch wall, place it, and then place a ceiling, and then demolish your thatch wall. There you go. Absolutely lovely. Right, now we're going to put our Jenny down here. I don't even think I've got a Jenny. Yeah, it is a Jenny. And it's up to you guys how you place it. I mean, you've got quite a lot of room. I like to place mine sort of as far into the back corner as I can without it sticking through the wall. So about there should be good for me. Yep, it's nice and tight. Then we're just going to whack a door on that. Where's me frames? Like that. And still got my doors on my hotbar. All accessible, all good, all safe. Where's the walls? Right, cool. Now, what are we missing? Smithy and stuff. Right, so for the smithy, let me just place some mortar and pestles down here first. This is just going to make more sense because I can use them as a ladder for this next bit. Just going to place one there. Then I'm going to get a catwalk to place across there. Right, now I can jump up here. I'm going to put one smithy this side, sort of sticking over a little bit, because you can see how far in you can go without it being angry at you and turning red. So we're just going to plop that there. And we're going to plop another guy over here. 'Cause 2 smithies is enough for a solo person. Obviously the base has plenty of storage. You've got 3 vaults in here already. Vaults are 300 slot now, so that's crazy. And with them just touching, it should let you place a beer barrel in there. So we'll pop a beer barrel in there so we can make some cold brews as well. And that's all nice. And then it's up to you what you do up here, guys. I mean, you can go mad with these, or you could put some like air cons up here for pre-hatching eggs and stuff like that. I mean, I'd just probably put a load of these down, like however many you want. Maybe like a little box or something there. To be honest, you could probably put like a bookcase up here if you wanted. I don't even know if people bother using them anymore though. A little thing you could do here instead of having the ceiling, it's personal preference. You could put a hatch here, like so, and then you've got that drop down to this bit in case you're being raided or anything. You can have like a nice look. You'd be able to snipe people from up here. Well, not snipe them, just like point blank them really. But whether or not it's that, or whether or not it's a hatch, or just a normal ceiling, we're putting our bed here regardless. So pop your bed down there, that's absolutely fine. You can still get through it, guys. You ain't got to worry about that. And then just bang a door on. Bob's your uncle or your auntie. And then, yeah, it's starting to look a little bit like a base. It's just starting to look a little bit like a base. It's nice to leave a little bit of room in this, wiggle room in this corner, because obviously you can put a turret here later on. Now we just need to get them electronics going. So what I would say do is, you probably want one there. And then you could probably get the snap coming off that way as well. And then it's up to you how much you think you're going to need to go out. I mean, I'd put that one in for sure. And then this side, I'd put that one in there. And I'm going to go out on a whim here, guys, and say that's going to be absolutely fine. So let's whack that on there. Get our boxes in. That might just stick through. We'll have to double check that one on the edge. So if that sticks through, we don't really want that. Yeah, that should do. That should reach all the stuffs. And then obviously whack it in, turn it on. Bang, done. I mean, you're not got too much of a spaghetti junction going on, so it's not too bad on the eye. You get 2 smithies up there. It's nice. It's nice. Now, little extras if you wanted to. You could, like, what haven't we actually placed? Well, you don't need more preservers really. You can get by with one. Yeah, you could actually get. We could put some air cons down here if you wanted to. Because look, obviously we know the anky's never going to get closer than that. So what you could do is you could just sink a couple into here, and then sink a couple into here. That's only if you wanted to, though, guys. You really don't have to. If you're not someone who bothers about hatching eggs to air cons and stuff like that, then I wouldn't really bother. I'd rather hatch a dino down here than upstairs, though, because you're never going to get it out. Do you know what I mean? So it becomes quite a moot point. Let's just double check to make sure we haven't forgotten anything. Cooking pots, yeah, you do need one to make your brews and stuff, but just put it outside. There's 0 point in having it inside. Oh my god, look at that fridge. Quick, let's fix it. You didn't see nothing. You didn't see nothing. It was absolutely horrible. Is it even going to let us do it that close now, because we've got the preserve behind us? Yeah, that's fine. Oh no, it's not fine. No, you didn't see nothing. I'm getting rid of the preserver. See, look, that's quite a big gap as well, and we've still got plenty of room for the preserving bin. I mean, if you wanted to, you could probably put 2 fridges there, like facing the door instead, but you're gonna want a preserving bin somewhere for your jerkies and stuff, so yeah, whatever's preserving bin in it. And then, like, internal wise, obviously if you can afford heavy turrets, use heavy turrets. If you can't, just use regulars. I can't be bothered to go find the regulars in there because these heavies are already here ready to go, so I'm just going to spin that round, pop it there, that'll turn, can use that still, looks good. And oh, to be honest, I wonder if I could, no, there's no point in putting one in that little room, is there? I do wonder, would it let us have that snap? No. No, don't be silly, it says. And, you know, you could put more, like, mortar and pestles down there as well if you wanted to. If you really had to. Yeah, the only problem there, guys, is if you didn't have that one, you could literally have a turret there. So, let's get rid of that one. to have the option of a turret there instead, then that still gives you access room to this, and it's still all good. Then you got at least one internal. It's better than having none. You might actually be able to get something up there as well, but it's not too much of a big deal. So pretty much that's pretty much it for the inside of the base, guys. I mean, I've probably massively forgot something, haven't I? Oh yeah, you'll need to obviously do the plumbing for the brew, but that's not going to be rocket science, is it? Let's face it. You just get one of these, just come out that way, and that'll go outside the base, and then you can pull it down from there. Job's good, and job is a good one. Yeah, look, easy. That's just straight down to there. Look, lovely redwood scenario. Right, I'm going to be a cheapskate and actually just pop into a little fly mode. Because I can. And just going to put these hatch frames up here, these giant ones. Just going to do them on the corners like that. And then like that. Right, now turret wise, obviously the same as inside. If you can afford heavies, use heavies. Like, don't mess about with scrub ones, I guess they are now. If you got heavies, just use them. And you know, if you're on a server with a turret cap, you know, just use them sensibly, if you know what I mean. Like, pick where you're having them. Like this base, like on the new VS PVP season, we're only allowed 25 turrets, so I'll probably only put one on each corner bit, like, well, so 3 on each hatch frame sort of thing, and that's going to give me a lot of wiggle room to have other turrets in other places. So I'm going to go ahead and sort out some turrets, and I'll be back when I'm done. Right, so here we go, guys. If you didn't know, you can obviously, let me just change time of day because it's getting dark. If you didn't know, you can actually place bear traps on slopes. So I've just bear trapped the top because I can't be bothered to wait for Plant X to grow, because, well, it's just Plant X. Some people don't bother with Plant X. Don't get me wrong, they are good now because they do a lot more damage than they used to. So they are it's always best to have a mix of both, like have a mix of turrets and Plant X's. But look, with the turrets, I've put an extra 4 in the middle. And with all of them, we're only at 18. And on the new VS PvP server, it's going to be, obviously, because it's only solo, we're having like 25 turret limit or whatever. But if you're an official player, like solo official player, just ignore me because I'm just babbling on about something that doesn't really concern you at all. So, right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in some spike walls just to prevent that initial run-in at the walls and dropping C4 on them sort of shebang. And then that'll deter some little beach bobs as well, so it's always good to do. And that is pretty much it. I mean, I don't know what the stretch would be. Like, all these turrets at the top were absolutely fine with them cable boxes what we put inside. I'm not sure what the situation would be down here. Yeah, they're fine. Okay, so you just place a couple down here as well. Can we get there? Yeah, we can. It's nice, isn't it? Could even place one probably here. No. Yeah, we got that. Nice. And then probably place one this side as well. We'll probably arrange them a bit better than that. You'd hide them in the bushes, couldn't you? Yeah, hide them in the bushes. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, there's not really much else to say about it or do about it. I mean, there's a couple of little things I would like to try at some point what could make like more sense for a build like this, and that's things like they've just disappeared on me. Like, I was toying with this idea of doing a base build where, obviously, because this is our weakest point, what if you was to, you know, before you place that, place one of these here, because then people have got to jump over it to get to that door to then jump back and blow it up. And obviously with all that jumping and messing about, they've got more chance of messing up and getting shot. Because that's what you want to do, you want to just get them shot all the time. But yeah, that's it guys. I mean, everything's in there, it's all good to go. It's all set. You got your gatherer dino, your argy. I mean, a lot of the time you can get by on solo with just a pig and a hatchet in your hand and a good argy. You can get it done. I mean, having your dung beetle and that, and your snail for a bit of paste, you know, you're laughing, aren't you? You're absolutely laughing. That's about it. So I hope you enjoyed it guys. If you did, smash that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. It's been awesome doing another little base build with you guys. I mean, I could have put it in some bushes and then said it was hidden, but doesn't matter, does it? Could have been like proper old school. Right, I'll see you later anyway guys, take it easy. Just completely forgot something, didn't I? Make sure you come in here and actually put the bloody thing on, I'd say players only. I'm going to say players only. Put it on players only and enable turret mode. Then you're done. Change auto frighten in turret mode from disabled. Don't know. No, don't know what that one does.